situation with DaBaby and DaniLeigh.
So him putting her out, I felt bad. Like I was like, dang.
I do not feel bad for her. Man was just like, y'all got to get a hotel. But at least I think he said 5 star.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Jacqueline Shauntell.
And I'm Shay, and you're watching Elevated States.
All right, y'all. So everybody been talking about it the past couple of days with the situation with DaBaby and DaniLeigh. So I'm like, let me chime in. Let us chime in on it.
Put our little 2 cents in it.
Yeah, because what? I don't know. You want to go first? You want me to go first? I'm just going to watch.
So if people are not caught up, I'm not going to go into all the details. But long story short, DaniLeigh, I think that's how you say her name, and DaBaby got back together. And the baby that she was pregnant with is his. So they've been together for the last couple of months. And the other night they had like a big feud and it was all over social media. So we kind of here just giving our little 2 cents. But I know you just read up on everything and what all happened. What's your thought on it? First off, how do you feel about the situation of him putting her out with the baby?
I mean, when you throw a baby with the little baby in there, like I guess I should feel bad. I just don't feel bad for her. I do not feel bad for her. Now, he maybe could have kept the baby and put her out, like don't put the baby out with her. But let me tell you why I don't feel bad for her. Because as soon as I heard it, I had to catch up on it because I kept hearing bits and pieces. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I don't feel bad for her because, well, apparently all his baby mamas is just crazy. But last year or whatever, when I think it was his first baby mama or whatever, the one that he keep going back and forth with, DaniLeigh was all like being all disrespectful, made her little son talking about how light-skinned chicks is better.
That's what he wants.
Yeah, and that's what he want, and I got him, and ha 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 ha. Like she had like, caught her a king, a catch or something. And it's like, that's not what it is. So, I mean, I just say I don't feel bad for her because you knew what you was getting into. You put yourself in a messy situation with a man that wouldn't treat nobody else, no other female that he has been in any type of relationship right. Mm-hmm. What makes you think that you was different? Because yellow bone is what he want? Apparently not, because he still went back to the other one. And you just put me up on the fact that the other one is pregnant. So it sounds like anything with coochie is what he wants. Mm-hmm. I don't feel bad for him. I mean, yeah, okay. He shouldn't have put her out with the 3-month-old, and the way that she said it was, he came in and was just like, y'all got to get a hotel. But at least I think he said 5 star. I don't know. He ain't say like the days in. I feel bad. You know who I really feel bad for? I feel bad for the little baby, because she gonna have to deal with this for the next 18 years. Like, unless they somehow down the line mature, she's going to have to deal with this toxicity for the next 18 years. Mm-hmm. So, but how you feel about that? Like you said, the part with him just putting her out. Then we're going to go into some other parts of the story that I just don't understand.
So him putting her out, I felt bad. Like, I was like, dang. Well, in a sense, okay. I felt bad because I'm like, dang, she just had the baby. 9 times out of 10, it's a possibility that she's going through postpartum, so on and so forth. So I felt bad in that instance. But I also was like, girl, you ain't got no backup. Like, you got your own money. You ain't like, okay, cool, put me out.
Thank you.
Let's try, baby. We about to head over to this apartment that I've been paying for this amount of time, or whatever the case may be. Or you know what? Right, I am going to go to a hotel, and tomorrow I'm going to be going back home to my house in this area, or whatever the case may be. So that's where I was just like, dang, you ain't set nothing up. And then I looked at her age. She's only 20. She's 27. She is a year older than me. And I was just like, maybe she ain't hit that. She ain't experienced nothing in this nature where she ain't got common sense or, knowledge.
At 27, I thought you was about to say she only like 20 or 21.
Okay.
She hitting on 30.
I was like, oh, like she probably like 23. And then when I saw like 27, I was like, damn, I can't even use your age to kind of help you out there. But I feel bad for her in a sense of you can tell that she truly loves that person. And maybe she didn't have love as a kid, or she wanted this like family experience. So maybe she like kind of just went into that and fed off his energy. And he probably played on that as well. But I felt bad for her getting kicked out and her not having a plan in action. Nor where the hell was her friends? Cause my friends ain't going. Bitch, call his mama a crackhead asshole. Like, no, I'm about to win this argument. You got me messed up. No. And my ego just not gonna let me have some dude tell me to get out and me not like me just sit there. No, I'm not leaving. Now I'm gonna be like, okay, cool, bet. I'm about to get out and I'm about to boss up on you. Like that's gonna be that simple. I'm not about to allow you to put me out, then put me on live and all this. Yeah, no.
Right.
My ego allow me to. Mm-mm.
And that part I can agree with. Like, I would never put myself in a situation where you're dependent on this person to allow them an opportunity to put you out and you got to figure it out. Like you said, oh, you put me out? That's fine. I already got money good. I'm straight. You know, I'm cool. Like, you always got to have yourself set up for the what ifs. Mm-hmm. And that's where she messed up at. But again, I don't feel bad for her. I just don't. She could be, and I know postpartum is a true thing, but karma. I don't feel bad, like, because girl kind of the other baby mama was kind of like, I feel like a similar scenario.
Yeah.
And when the other baby mama was like, he be telling me the same thing. He was just with me and, going in on the baby. He was kind of like treating the other baby mama the same way. DaniLeigh didn't have no sympathy for her. She thought that she was the chosen one. So I don't feel bad for people. That's even myself included. If you walk into a situation, if you walk into a mess and then you mad because you got shit on you, you walked into the mess. Like,
that's true.
Be mad at yourself. Like,
accountability. She has to take accountability for putting herself in that situation. Because you should have. No, I'm not gonna say that. But like, she just needs to take some accountability for her actions, because
it don't even make sense. Like, they wasn't together prior to her moving in. So they wasn't together. She had the baby, then you move in. That sounds suspect to begin with. Y'all don't even got no solid foundation for you to be moving in with this person.
She said along the lines of like the whole pregnancy, basically he left her when she got pregnant or whatever the case may be. And then he wasn't with her the entire pregnancy. But then at the end, they got back together. And it just makes me like, I wouldn't, if you left me while I was pregnant, that's the lowest that most women feel. I'm not getting back. Yes. I don't care. And that's something that we need to also get better at as a society, is explaining to women, just because y'all have a baby with that person doesn't mean that y'all can complete a family with each other. That person might not be meant for you. Their family could be you and your child until you find whatever you are looking for. But you getting back with that person, all that did was like lower yourself. Now you just like devalued what you have gained from being without him.
And the fact that I just don't understand it. So you had your time that you wasn't with him. While you wasn't with him, he was with this other baby mama and impregnated her. And I'm sure you knew that she was pregnant. So why would you even get back with him anyways? Like, it's a big old mess. It is. I just don't I only feel bad for the kid. He should have said, Danny, you gotta go. The baby could stay with the baby. The baby could stay with the baby. Danny, you gotta go. The next thing that I read that I was like, really, dude? So on his live, because of course he had to make himself look like the victim. And he's like, to protect my business and stuff, I recorded it because I feared for my safety. I feared for my safety, and she was beating me and running around the house, screaming and yelling.
Okay.
DaniLeigh ain't that big. DaBaby, all your sons is talking about how you will smack somebody up and shoot him in front of his mama house. But now you're telling me that you feared for your you feared for your safety from this woman.
You are DaBaby is known for violence. You have shot somebody in your house in self-defense. You shot somebody in your house. We've seen on video you punching a woman just because a light was in your face from her phone. And we've seen multiple situations where you have used violence to express yourself. So you want me to be like, oh, you feel for your life? No, sir, you didn't. He the type, in my opinion, I feel like he might be the type who like antagonized the entire situation and then put the phone on live and was like, you see how she acted now?
Yeah.
After he just sit there and be like, you calling her all types of names, telling her she needs to get out, calling her side pieces, doing all of that. Now you want to get on live and play victim. I feel like he probably one of those types. Because how it was out, it seemed like that. And then for you to make all these songs, and we know your character thus far as you punching people in the face, having incidents where you have no problem being violent. Now you saying you fear for your life, sir. No, you fear for your career ending once again because and they ready to cancel you again. That's what your fear was.
That's what I think. I don't like him at all. Like, I know to him I'm a peasant and he can care less about my opinion, but I don't like you. I just don't, baby. Like, I just I don't know. Like, he just comes across whenever he has opportunity to seem sincere, to seem genuine, to seem just like a good person. He just comes across like just an arrogant narcissist. Like, I just don't. Like, so that's the only reason why I would feel bad for her. Not for her, because I just think that she's stupid, and I do feel like it's kind of karma. But I feel bad for the fact that you're in a situation now. She on live crying, talking about she really loved him, and you have a narcissistic person that don't even care at all.
Oh.
And what I feel even more so bad about is that these women, the other baby mamas included, are not getting it, and so they're gonna keep going back and forth. Like, she probably gonna go back, and it just makes no sense to me at all. So
let me give y'all my theory of what's about to happen. Okay, I dealt with a couple of narcissistic individuals in the past. You know, I was darn near a mental hospital helping these niggas out. Okay, so I feel like I know these mental patients. Okay, so I feel like I know what's gonna happen. So the baby mama, the first one, Mimi, I feel that she is probably in the terms of her pregnancy where he's like, oh, let me be around my family. Let me get back together, so on and so forth. So that's why he was like, hey, shorty, you need to go to a hotel with this baby so he can bring that family back into that house. And then, you know, they can be all lovey-dovey and so on and so forth when she had the baby. And then 3 months down the line, after she had the baby, he going to be kicking her out and trying to put DaniLeigh back in. So I feel like this is going to be like an ongoing cycle. And this is something that he probably enjoys doing. And I feel like they feel like it's just a competition between them two, and he's enjoying it.
That's like I agree. I agree, because what she's saying don't even make any sense. Like, she's like, it's been issues. Like, she named all these negative things. Okay, then why didn't you have a backup plan? And why are you even pressed by the fact that he wants you to leave? It seems like you'll be better off without him. She literally said in her response to him, he hasn't even been around this baby. I've been here with this baby, taking care of this baby by myself for the last 3 months. He hasn't even been around. Okay, so then what do you want him for if he hasn't been around? And then she's like, and he still wants to be sleeping with his other baby mamas and want to have sexual relationships with them. It's not want to have, he haven't. He got a whole nother kid on the way. So again, right. So again, what, you have not said anything to make anybody, that's why I don't feel bad for him. Somebody putting all of this stuff right in front of your face and you choosing to ignore it, I don't feel bad for you. If I punch you in the face and you keep coming back to my fist and I keep punching you and you don't get the message that if you keep walking to my fist, you're going to be punched, I don't feel bad that you got a black eye now because you walk into my fist and you continue to do it, so I think you like it. I don't. I
feel bad for her in a sense.
No.
Like, I feel bad for her. I do. I feel like she just never experienced you know, every girl don't have their moment where they was dumb over a dude. Like everybody had a moment where they was dumb. So maybe she didn't experience that like at the normal age that most of us did, like our early 20s. So now she experienced it with this guy that she met. Was she 27 or about to be 27? So she met this dude when she was 24. So maybe this is her first time experiencing this, what we all been through one time. And she just kept falling into the trap. It only took me 2 years to fall out the trap. I know it's some people who took like 7-8 years to fall out the trap. So maybe that's why I'm like, I kind of feel bad for it a little bit.
No, okay. You make a good point. I can understand that. And I would feel bad. Let me just, I guess, explain why I don't feel bad for her. The only reason why I don't feel bad for her, because when he was still with the other baby mama, and apparently that was supposed to have been his main chick at the time, the other baby mama, Mimi, I think. And I just felt that DaniLeigh was so disrespectful and disrespecting dark-skinned women and stuff like that. Oh, I'm gonna make a son. And because the way that she acted out in that regard, that's why I don't feel bad for her. If that hadn't happened at all, and it was just a situation where, okay, he was with you, but now he's with me. But to be all this bickering and disrespectful and stuff on social media, not saying that the other baby mama wasn't, I just feel like DaniLeigh was a bit more. But at the same time, the baby was co-signing everything that DaniLeigh was saying, which makes me mad at him, because now you're sitting up here talking about it was just a love affair. But that ain't what you was chiming, last year. You wasn't saying that. So that is literally the only reason why. If she had handled herself like a lady when this situation happened last year or the year before last, whenever it happened, when the shoe was on the other foot, then I would feel bad for her. But because she came out being disrespectful and belligerent, I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad for you.
I get you. Maybe because I'm like letting that go. Like maybe she was just, see, I always be trying to feel bad for people. I'm like, oh, let me feel bad. Let me find a way. But she did put out that song. And did we ever release that video where we was talking about that?
I don't think we did. I don't think we released it. Because we was talking about that, like light skin, dark skin.
Yeah. And how I hate that narrative. Like dead ass. I never. Yeah, I hated that song. First off, it was a horrible song. But I put you down. I'm sorry, Danny girl. I'm not about to put you down while you are.
Jackie being the nice one in this video. I'm usually the nice one.
Yeah.
Jackie's like, I just feel bad. I feel so bad for her. No. No, I feel bad for their little daughter. That's who I feel bad for. I don't know. I guess because, like you said, like I didn't experience so much stuff in life, and I just watched other people experience so much stuff. And you're right. It doesn't matter how old we are or how much stuff we experience. We still have those slip up moments. But I just came to the point where I think if red flags and stuff is presented to you for over 3 years,
that's true,
and you don't have a backup plan and put yourself in a situation, I don't feel bad for you. I don't. And then when you have the other contents that you can add on to it with all the other disrespect, and like she played a part in it too. I think that both of them play a part in it. But I mean, you made a wrong choice. You made the wrong choice by having a baby with this man. The only thing positive out of it is you're probably gonna be set financially. I don't know. Like it ain't like the wool was pulled over her eyes. You knew that was getting.
It was very public. Everybody told her not to deal with him.
Yes.
So yeah,
so I don't feel bad. But you're right. It could be that she fell in love head over the heels. But I mean, he was still doing a whole bunch of stuff for the 3 years that you claimed that y'all was together. But I mean, I don't know. I can't let go of how she acted.
Yeah. Have you ever Love and Hip Hop, Tara and Amina? They kept going back and forth with what's his name? Peter Guns. Have you ever seen that? This is giving me like their situation. You gotta see that situation. When you see it, everybody else know what I'm talking about. Shay don't really watch reality TV like that, y'all. I used to back in the day. I don't watch TV like that no more, but back in the day on Love and Hip Hop, I think it was New York. Love and Hip Hop in New York. Tara, Amina, and Peter Guns. Tara was the long-term baby mama of Peter Guns. Amina came in, ended up getting married to Peter Guns, having his baby. Then he went back to Tara, had got her pregnant, then went back to Amina. It was a whole situation. Basically, they basically kids in between each other and knew of each other and had abortions in between, all that extra stuff. So
that's what it's gonna be. Well, because she said that too. DaniLeigh said that too. She claimed that the whole fight started because they had unprotected sex and she ordered a plan B. And he had got mad at her for ordering the plan B. So that's the same thing. At least that part I can commend her on. She like, I ain't about to be doing this again. Yeah. So I don't know if that's true or not, because of course he gonna come back and say that's not. Something started it. Like something started the fight. Like I agree with you. I think he just put the tail end of with the situation online. Something started. No one is gonna out the blue just start going off on you, and you're not gonna just out the blue tell somebody that they gotta leave.
Exactly. And he never even gave a reason why he had to put her out, or why he wanted to put her out. He showed it.
Yes, he did. He said because it's been an ongoing situation of her being like beating him and stuff. It wasn't just like that. Like it's been a hostile, ongoing situation for a while, is what he said. She said you were never there. So where is it hostile? Over FaceTime? Because she said you ain't never home. But that's what he said. He said it's been ongoing.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
She probably called you and yelled at you a couple of times. If she there with this newborn baby, not getting no sleep, she tired, and you ain't there because you out doing whatever. But then that goes back at the same time. This man just released an album. He out touring and having concert. You shouldn't expect him. You shouldn't expect him to be home. I wouldn't have expected him to be home because you had the baby. Like that's just in general. Like people in entertainment. Like he gonna be traveling and stuff like that. He wasn't gonna stop. And he seemed like he's about himself anyways. So to see him cancel shows and cancel making money and going out and partying just to sit at home with you and a newborn, you should have known that to begin with. Exactly. But I definitely would have set myself up for some type of something. You could have been pawning some of his household items while he was gone.
Dude. I saw somebody say on Twitter or Facebook, like, DaniLeigh, you ain't got the right friends because we would have taught you how to steal his shit. Like,
yeah. You ain't had nobody that you can call? Nobody.
Like, nobody. No family, no friends. And she needs to get better with them comebacks. Somebody got to teach her how to hit where it hurt.
Yeah. I'm sorry. There crying.
He called her a side bitch or a side hoe on live.
Yeah.
If you do that, I'm sorry. Now I gotta go all off. Your mama a hoe, your granny a hoe, everybody a hoe. Like everybody gotta get it. Sorry, not sorry.
But it's like you said, she hurt. That part is probably true. I think that she really probably was in love with him and thought they had something more, but that ain't what he owned. And he probably do care for her, and he probably just want multiple women. He ain't ready just to settle down with you. So I feel that when she got on live and was crying, was talking about how she really loved him, that was sincere. But I wouldn't did it. Not after he just got off a live talking about it was just a love affair, it wasn't nothing serious. She wasn't his girl. She was a side chick. I'm about to get on there and confess my love. I'm about to get on there and probably be on there lying.
Talking shit.
You were just a side too. Like what? You was
I left you. I was pregnant. Sure.
Right.
What you mean? Like, nah, my ego wouldn't allow me to do nothing like that. My pride and ego would have took over me like, okay, bet we about to leave. And then the next day when I'm in my own place, I would have posted some fire-ass pics. All that. I would have been extra. No, You're not about to have me out here looking like that. No. I feel bad for her, though. I just feel bad because I feel like she just did it. I don't. I don't. I feel bad for her. I feel like she just fell in love, and maybe this is her first experience with love, and she just didn't know no better. You know? Maybe she just didn't know no better.
She ain't listened to none of his lyrics.
I don't know. Shorty just...
He got one of his sons, he says, you know why these bitches love me? Because baby don't give a fuck.
Give a fuck.
That's what he said. She ain't listen to none of the stuff.
That's true.
I don't know.
I feel bad for her. Well, hopefully, I hope that she don't go back. Because if she go back, we really all about to be in there mad as hell. Everybody on Black about to go off. All the women. Summer Walker.
Don't go back. Do not go back. Go ahead and file your child support. Get you a decent amount. Use that money to take care of your kid. And do like some of these other baby mamas do. You know, next thing you know, they got a little boutique or something because they realize, you know, they got to be on their, you know, finance. They use these scenarios as business game. That's what she need to start doing now.
Like Tank said, the artist Tank, he was like, no, what she needs to do is go ahead and write a bomb ass album like Summer Walker did. Summer Walker dropped that fire album.
Yeah.
And it went #1. She needs to do that and talk about the whole situation in the album.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Yes. That's what she needs to do. Capitalize off. That's what I'm saying. Find a way to capitalize off of this situation.
Once a week,
she doing it in the studio. She right. He literally posted, how you going to post fans, you know, I'm sorry that y'all have to see this. I didn't really want this. This is what I'm dealing with. But by the way, my show is on this day. Like, he using it for publicity. So she right. She should write an album, and it's going, if it's really good, she get her some really good writers and stuff like that. It's going to do well. Because especially because people know her backstory. It's going to do well.
And then she can set that up with interviews, all that extra stuff, explain her whole situation. She needs to call Oprah up. All that.
She needs to capitalize off of the situation. Right. The hell with the going on Instagram live crying.
She should have posted a picture of her in the studio, like, I'm about to write this fire album. Just wait. Give me 6 months. I'm about to drop it.
Yep. But anyways, y'all, we just had to talk. It was too much going on. I was seeing his face too much, and I had to, what is this? And then when I put 2 to 2 together, that's the girl, I'm like, we got to chime in on this.
And we're going to put that funny meme that we just saw recently. We're going to insert here.
Yes.
If y'all ever watched, what's that movie?
What is it called?
Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
Yes.
Diary of a Mad Black Woman. I'm telling you, you're going to get what we talk about.
Yes, that was so funny.
All right, y'all. I think that's it, though. Set a plan up. Take accountability. Run.
Don't put yourself in messy situations.
That.